All right, so we got that. Let me see. Oh boy. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's get these gentlemen. Let's give them some information. See? Okay, good. That's good. It's working then. All right, that's good. Oof. Anybody can hear me out there? Anybody hear me out there? I don't think nobody hear me. Until I have to start this all over again. Hay que empezarlo. I don't think it's working. I don't think he's working. Let's see. Can you guys hear me out there? Give me a peace sign, you know? Oh, these three sound like spookers. Like three spookers. They're snooping around. Like Shaggy Rogers, you know? Shaggy Rogers with Scooby-Doo. There you go. Bravo, papa. Bravo. Thank you. All right. So let's get it rolling. We have 3, we have 4. That's good enough. 4 is good. You know, we're doing good with 4. 4 is good. Okay, here we go. Let's get one more. We get it on. Other. Thank you for those thumbs up. Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back once again to the show. You know this is the only public service watch announcement channel out there in the tube, in YouTube. We are the only one, that we just want to give you content of what's happening out there, what's really happening out there in the watch world, with all these flim-flammers and hucksters and hoodwinks. They have been having a way with you guys for so many, many years. So we became the only public service watch announcement channel out there in the tube. When you ask out there which is the only public service watch announcement channel, they're going to tell you no other than Sweet Kick Kino. That's right. They're going to tell you no more than Sweet Kick Kino, and, I'm his sidekick, Juan. All right, guys, so we want to welcome you guys back. We ask you for a big favor, ladies and gentlemen, so please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. You're not going to regret this channel. This channel is going to make you smarter. It's going to make you laugh. It's going to make you happy. It's going to make you understand what's happening around the world, all that good stuff, A lot of things you're going to be able to understand by watching, this channel. It's unbelievable. It's fully. And I'm talking about fully organic. What you see here is for real. There's no lost in space, robots here. No lost in space robots in this channel. What you see is what you get. All right, guys? So please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some good things to tell you. Saludos, Mr. Dona. Welcome back to the show. I got some good things to tell you guys, and I've been telling all of you, be careful with, watch out, with the dip, the dip, the gold dip. You got to watch out with it, Yes. If I tell you what's up with the Fed today, I'm not going to be able to cover this whole show, but yes, I did. Thank you again, Mr. Dona, for, keeping us alert of what's happening out there. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you, don't fall asleep with gold. It went all the way up to the 4,400 troy ounce price, and then it went down to 39.60 something. And be careful. Be smart. Keep your eyes open. I'm not no financial advisor. I'm not telling you to buy. No. I'm not telling you none of that stuff. I don't want to get no thunder lightning hit, on my TV tower antenna, and then the channel crashes. But I am telling you, take a look-see and look at it the way it's behaving. All right, guys? So I want you to do that. I got some big surprises today, too, on the precious metal materials, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to know that palladium is at $1,479 a troy ounce. Unbelievable, but true. Unbelievable. And ladies and gentlemen, this for some reason, this precious metal is just, while all the other precious metals have been, going down and, flatlining and going up and down, whatever, this one is standing still, and that is platinum. Platinum has a troy ounce price of $1,611, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable, but true. And ladies and gentlemen, silver, man, to my amaze, like I'm telling you, you got to keep your eyes open, You got to keep your, there it is. Even it's, you got to see what Mr. Dona put down, 1487. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I want you guys to know something as well. Silver is at $48.70, you guys, if you have silver, I mean, you know what you have to do, Silver is the sleeper, the big sleeper, ladies and gentlemen, the big sleeper. And ladies and gentlemen, gold is at 4,000. The troy ounce of gold is at 4,000. Mr. Dono, how much is the troy ounce of gold? Tell me that one. How much is the troy ounce of gold? Mr. Dono's going to help me out with that. Because my prices are lower, his are higher. So I'm asking Mr. Dona to put down, and whatever he puts down, that's the price of the troy ounce of gold today. All right. Okay, so here it goes. The price of the troy ounce of gold today is $4,042.50. All right. But I kept this last one, and I haven't talked about this one for the last, maybe for the last week. the last week, I've been real quiet about this precious metal material. And again, I'm amazed with this precious metal. We're going to be talking about rhodium. Rhodium, ladies and gentlemen, rhodium. You know, they put on these Cartier rings, you know, with the little screw there. They put that rhodium to make it look nice and polished and shiny like a mirror. You know, it's at $8,175, the troy ounce of rhodium. So, you know, just to let you know what's happening with precious metal materials, you know, it's creeping again. It's creeping again, and you know, there's a lot of things happening out there with different, you know, banks and different, you know, J.P. Morgan, BlackRock, Blackstone, the Fed. You know, like Mr. Donald told you about the Fed. You know, if you guys know anything about the Fed, take a look-see at it. You know, too many things are happening again. They're great. You know, they're great. I want to also let you guys know something, because many of these people won't let you do it because they're not a public service watch announcement channel like, you know, Sweet Kino is, and I am. We are a public service watch announcement channel. And we want to give you some good information because the holidays are here. Saludos, Aquiles. Saludos. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I want to tell you something that they're never going to tell you, but we are, because we're stupid just like that. We're stupid. And I want you guys to know something, that in, you know, sunny Miami, Florida, I repeat, sunny Miami, Florida, in the sector of Coconut Grove. You know, Coconut Grove, you know, the center of Coconut Grove. This is for you guys because you're going to hear it from me. You know, there's going to be an unbelievable watch show in Miami, Florida, in Coconut Grove. And it's from November the 14th to the 16th. Ladies and gentlemen, do yourself a favor. You know, if you are in Miami, you live in Miami, that is the place to be seen at. You know, it's going to be a very, very good show, you know, a real good show, ladies and gentlemen. You should contact them. If you contact them, you might be able to get a free complimentary ticket to the show. That's right. It's going to be, you know, the beaches, the mommy, the sand. You know what I'm trying to say? The situation with the holidays, the turkeys around the corner, you know, the mommy screaming, popping bottles. You know, if you like that kind of stuff, it's all going to be there in Coconut Grove, main highway. You know, you're going to hang out, a lot of restaurants, bars, pubs, all that good stuff. So if you are in Miami, Florida, don't forget to go see the Miami Watch Show in Florida, Miami, Florida. I did this show for you, Mr. Alberto. I did the show for you. I told you I was coming. Saludos, Alberto. Ciao. So don't forget that in Miami, Florida, November the 14th through the 16th, there's a very, very, very elegant show. You know, this is not going to be like one of those shows in the hotels in downtown, or the, you know, the one in the Antique in Miami Beach in the convention center. This is in the Grove, you know, Coral Gables, Pinecrest. You know what I'm saying? Bien bonito. And a lot of, you know, if you like people, there's going to be all kind of people there. Whatever kind of people you like, they're going to be there in Coconut Grove, Miami, Florida. You know? I don't know. No, you know that Raleigh Fest is, you know, when you got there, Johnson and Johnson, you know, from Colgate and Crest and all that stuff, Florine, those people are the owners, you know, but they might come here too because they want to come to the beach. You know, they want to come here too. So don't forget, Christopher, to be there. Okay, well, maybe next year, okay? But I'm letting you guys know this because they won't tell you, all right? Guys, I talked to you guys about things that happen at this time of the year, you know, in the months of October, November, and December. A lot of things happen here. As you know, we had that real big heist, you know, over there in Paris, in Paris. Those people stole all those valuable jewels and all those, unbelievable stuff they stole over there. The big heist. So big heist to me, basically, it was, job inside, over there in Paris. They did that over there, fine. They got the guy from, Los Angeles over there, Beverly Hills, with the Bentley convertible and going into the gym. They took his, Richie Millie, pa fuera, and that kind of stuff is going on. And I've told you people that all these things happen at this time of the year, all these robberies, all these fake robberies. I repeat, all these fake robberies, because la situación está jodida. There's no money out there, so they start faking, all these robberies and all that good stuff. And so I want to just share with you something today that I'm a person that I don't like that, because that's a no-no, at least it's a no-no for me, about robberies and people getting knocked around, un tubazo en la cabeza, pa, give me your watch, give me your chain, all that good stuff, And we're having a lot of things happening now since gold has become the most powerful thing out there. People now are watching people out there that they know they're carrying around, 20, 30 kilos and, and boom, give me that. And, you're gone. They're gone with it, Te robaron. They stole your goods, And, in July, we had this gentleman, which we call the Lion King, the Lion King. I repeat, the Lion King. Lion King, to make it simpler for you guys, the Lion King, Lion King watch queen. Lion King watch queen, So the guy has, skin tight hair, skin tight hair with a man bun this big, He has clover bracelets that my daughter wears. He wears them, He's one of those people that, el sabor, I don't know, their style is, saludos, Zori, saludos. But to each his own, I'm just saying, they got this style, it's unbelievable. A lot of those clovers, of Van Cleef and Apparel and all that, right? And so this is in Queens, in Queens. The Lion, the Lion King watch queen. See? You got it, right? So he got slapped around, He got slapped around, and they say that the robbers took from him over $500,000, half a million, $500,000, right? And he came all over the news, and he was talking that now I'm gonna make even more content of me being the Lion King, watch queen and all that good stuff, right? That happened in July. Happened in July with a couple of gentlemen dressed as construction workers. La desesperación es grande. The desperation is big, ladies and gentlemen. There's no money out there. No hay dinero, papi. Entonces jodió. There's no money out there. So the guy did that. Bam, right? July, August, September, October. Stop in October. But they didn't say this. They had a hush-hush. Nobody was saying a word about none of this, situation. Saludos, Mr. Brand. They didn't say nothing about what happened October 2025. October the 15th, 16, 17. And the Lion King, the Lion King watch queen is from Queens, New York. Dressed up in, construction workers. But ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe this. We have another one, in Jamaica. Jamaica, Queens, Jamaica Hills, another jeweler, right there, in el mismo sector, same sector, This is in this place over here in Bayside, Queen, and this one is in Jamaica, Queens, Jamaica, Queens. They got a guy over there, and listen to this one, ladies and gentlemen. I told you, I said it like 4 times so you will remember. The guys that got the Lion King watch queen, they were dressed as construction workers, right? And the ones that got this guy in Jamaica Hills, they were all dressed as construction workers. Same outfit, unbelievable. Same, unbelievable. Dressed up in yellow, with the helmet, the whole shalam. And ladies and gentlemen, you might have a lot of copycatters out there. They copycat you and to do the same thing, and you also might be for real. But the same thing, again, they went into the guy's house in Jamaica Hills, New York, and they broke into his safe, break into his safe, and they took a cool whopping $3.2 million, unbelievable. Like watching the movie Heat, with Al Pacino and De Niro and the other guy that passed away not too long ago, Val Kilmer, like that. They took $3.2 million. Señores, no hay dinero en la calle. La situación está jodida. There's no money in the street, ladies and gentlemen. Home invasion, whatever you want to call it. Papa, you put the word you want to put there. You can put home invasion. You can put, you did it yourself. You knock yourself out. You scratch your head. You did it yourself. An insurance job, whatever you want to call it, you call it. But that one was also in Jamaica. The Lion King. The Lion King Watch Queen is in Queens. And this one, we're going to call it the home invasion because Brand called it the home invasion. We're going to call it the home invasion. Was also in Queens, dressed up with the same Halloween costume. Same Halloween costume, Unbelievable. No, I don't know, Brad, if it was a home invasion, but he got robbed for $3.2 million in his house. Another jeweler. And they're keeping it hush. They're keeping it hush-hush. But, we tell you how it is so you can be careful out there of what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. You got to watch it. You got to watch it. It was a home invasion. There you go. It was a home invasion. So, I'm giving it to you the way it is, Home invasion. All these people. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, what I tell you, and I'm going to tell you again. And I'm going to give them compliments. When I say things, I really mean it. La cuna, the crib, where everybody else learns the blueprints on what to do when situations are not well, bad times, hard times, is over there in 47th Street in the Diamond District. Those people, there's nobody that can, these people, they broke the mold and threw it away. Those people know it all. They know how to do it. They know how to, organize it. They know how to do it. Whatever it is, you got to be careful. You got to be careful because, as you can see, in a matter of a couple of months, 4 million have been lost over there from the, the subway train jumper, vacuum, Marcelito, with the big chicle gums. You know what I'm trying to say? You gotta watch it. They're all there. It's, the big 10 commandments. These people are stars. These people know how to do it, and they have it all controlled. They know how to do it. I'm telling you, when that train jumper, he sits down, he has the blueprints. You have a blueprint. These people were taught very well by their parents. I'm telling you, they were taught well, and these people don't mess around. But, it's incredible because now they're saying it can be a copycatter because if you look at the video, you think you're looking at the Lion King, at the Lion King, Watch Queen, the way he jumped. Remember, he was jumping and the guys attacked him and took away his, his clover bracelets, flower bracelets, and his little man bun got loose. It was unbelievable, these people, So now they got this one, which they're telling me, my Organic Watch channel subscribers are telling me that was a home. And I mean a home invasion, a home invasion. So they're keeping it quiet because it's like that. But I want to just tell you, ladies and gentlemen, these people are unbelievable. These people are cretins, cretins. So they're like, in the corner of your nail, you got pus, they're pus. These people are unbelievable. Son una gonorrea, son una gonorrea. And you gotta be careful because this is unbelievable, Exactly, you gotta be careful. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you because this happens when the country is in some kind of a battle between each other. The country, blue, red, blue, whatever you want to call it. Es la misma mierda con diferente peste. It's the same shit with different smells. That's all. La misma mierda. And right now, we have the two countries like this. So anything that you do now, it's like, to them, it's not important. They did a home invasion to that guy, get a report, give him a number for the report of what happened, and that's it. Let them deal with the insurance to see if they pay him out, But ladies and gentlemen, what's happening out there is unbelievable. People, I said this yesterday, I said it the day before yesterday, and I will keep on telling you because you need to know this. You gotta be careful. A gentleman by the name of Brent right now says that he went with his wife to purchase candy at Walmart, and we both, we're packed. You gotta be packed. You got to, blazing. You got to because te matan. But I'm gonna tell you, if you're buying some of those tomahawk steaks, churrasco and all that stuff, and people come to you because they want your food, listen to me. Don't fight over that food. Give it up, and that's it. I told you that November the 1st, we're going to have a mass blackout protest. It's going to be a mass, out there, a big protest, and you got to watch it. You got to watch it, ladies and gentlemen. You got to watch it. You got to be smart, You got to be smart. Don't be, no sean lambones. Don't try to be brave. Don't try to be brave unless they're going to harm you. That's a different story. But here it is. Get out of here, because it's crazy. Tomorrow I'm going to dress up like Angus Young from AC/DC, for Halloween. And I'm taking my grandchildren trick-or-treating. But I have to be very, very careful, so nothing will happen to me or to my loved ones. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, la situación está jodida por la calle. The watch market is dead, ladies and gentlemen. People are making these stage robberies because let me just say this. The payout of insurance today is like pulling teeth. I'm telling you, a payout of whatever is like pulling teeth. I'm not just talking about jewelry and anything. Man, you got to have that to the T. You have to have that to the T. And I'm talking about, you know what I'm trying to say, Frankie Rizzo, the tomahawk. You know what I'm trying to say. And people out there melting watches. La situación está jodida. There's no more people selling watches back and forth. And when they're selling watches, it's themselves, amongst each other, hyping up the prices. Listen to me. I have woken up many, many peoples out there with this artificially, hyping up prices among dealer to dealer. You people didn't even know about that until you heard it from Sweet Kick Kino. Kino to me, Joaquin to you. We were the ones to tell you hyping up prices amongst each other. And they can't even do that no more. They can't because you guys got smart. Let me tell you something else, ladies and gentlemen. I told you about that guy that, has the black cape, the black cape and the funny voice and the Joker mask. You know who I'm talking about. I forgot his name. Help me out with the name. Help me out with the name, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm talking about. One more time. The guy with the black cape, the cover of his head, and then he has like a Joker face, a Joker face, and he has a voice. You don't know who I'm saying? You don't know who I'm talking about? Well, let me explain to you then. I'm not going to tell you his name because I can't. I need your help because I'll get anonymous. There you go. I said it, So anonymous, ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe this. I have said the word a couple of times, and now he is appearing all over the place. And he is talking about what's happening here, with Snap, Snap, Wick, the food, the stamps, all that stuff. He's talking about it. He's back again. So just to let you know, he's back again to let you know, because he says that a lot of Americans are awake, have been awakened. A lot of Americans have been awakened. I'm just letting you know what's going on. I mean, you do whatever you want. I'm telling you what it is. Nobody's going to tell you what I'm telling you. I'm telling you because I'm stupid like that. And I want to tell you for free. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, be careful out there. Be careful. Protect your family. La situación está jodida. Saturday, papi, is the 1st of November. And that night, like at 12 o'clock, the hour changes here for us. And here in sunny Miami, at 5 o'clock, it's night. You know, it's nighttime. The beaches, the party is over. You know, the chiqui bamba, the mommies, they're gone. You know, things are going to change. Let me drink a little water before I give you the watch market update, so you guys continue skip hopping around through life. You know, that's what I can tell you. These people won't tell you there's a show coming up. They're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you. No. But I'm going to tell you there's a watch show November the 14th to the 16th in Coconut Grove, Florida. You know, Miami, Coconut Grove. Beautiful Coconut Grove. So just don't forget about that, all right? Don't forget about that. I worry too much about you people. You know, I worry too much. And I don't want you guys to get pinched, but pinch in the sense of getting, que lo cojan ustedes, like little rabbits, bunny rabbits. I don't want that to happen to you, but I'm going to give you a watch market update, and I will keep on talking about things as I go, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, our first watch is a Rolex stainless steel Hawk, 40 millimeter, green dial, green ceramic bezel. Reference number 116610. Allegedly. Everything that I said was allegedly. Everything. And I'm going to tell all of you, ladies and gentlemen, this watch at one moment went all the way up. Went all the way up in that Corona beer era. Corona beer era, $35,000. You know, there was a guy that went to Sotheby's. They took that watch, the Hawk, and they put it in an auction in, Sotheby's. And you're not going to believe what somebody paid for a fully stickered Hawk. You're not going to believe. I'm going to tell you. They paid $95,000 for that Hawk, And today I'm going to tell you, because I'm like that. Don't pay for that watch more. No, Mr. Blair, please stop giving away your money. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't pay more than $16,600 and dropping. You do whatever you want. It's your money. You do whatever you want. Ladies and gentlemen, I have another watch here, because to me, it gets me sad when I see these watches that you go, wow. The Vacheron Constantin Overseas, reverse Panda, reverse Panda. Black dial, white gauges, beautiful. Stainless steel, reference number 5500. I mean, this is you put this watch on, you got respect on your wrist when you put it on, It's unbelievable, beautiful watch. But ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you the price, I don't need you to agree with me. I'm telling you the price. 5500 V as in Victor. Stainless steel. This is unbelievable. Don't pay for that watch, and you want a full set. Full set. I'm talking about full set. Full set material you want. But don't pay for that watch. You're pretty good. You're pretty close, Achilles. But not there. You missed it by a couple. Don't pay for that watch. Don't get scared, guys. Don't pay for that watch more than $20,500. You do whatever you want. Papi, I'm the number one. I said it wrong. Sweet Kid Kino knows too much. Just letting you know. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be talking about a Patek Philippe, a very rare Patek Philippe, Beautiful Patek Philippe. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen, It's an unbelievable watch. Ladies and gentlemen, they call this watch the piano dial. Have you ever heard of the piano dial? Liberace. Liberace, the piano dial. Piano, you heard it first here. You heard it first year. Don't lie. You heard it first year. The piano dial. Patek Philippe Nautilus. 5711. 5711. You know, with the piano dial. The white dial. Rare. Unbelievable, that piano dial. Rare 5711, ladies and gentlemen. 40 millimeter. Unbelievable looking time machine. And ladies and gentlemen, there are people out there trying to get you guys taken with a price of $112,000, you know, $119,000 because it's rare, you know, and I want to call it the piano dial, you know, white and black, you know, unbelievable, but you do whatever you want. You guys are lucky that you have me here, ladies and gentlemen. People got fleeced deeply, deeply. But I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm stupid like that. Don't pay for that watch. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. But don't pay for that watch more. And you want a full set. You want it with bells and whistles. With all the bells and whistles. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to stop giving away your money. Give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Ladies and gentlemen, stop giving away your money, ladies and gentlemen. Don't pay for that piano dial, 5711 Nautilus. Don't pay more. Kino, me voy a aguantar. Aguántame ahora, Kino. I'm telling you. Listen, we are the #1 watch market channel in the world, ladies and gentlemen. The kaboom. I'm telling you, Bobby. You know, stop giving it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Stop giving it away. Kino, hold me back. Hold me back, Kino. Hold me back, Kino. Hold me back. Aguántame, Kino. Suéltame. Dumping. Dumping. Don't pay more than $92,000. Dumping. Dumping. Don't pay more than 92. No. Don't pay more than $91,000. Dumping. Kino, suéltame. Suéltame, Kino. Suéltame. Suéltame. Kino, suéltame. Dumping again. Dumping again. Telling you what it is. Tienes que soltarme, muchacho. Dame la pastilla verde de los nervios. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. I'm on fire, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out of control. You do whatever you want. You do. I'm telling you, they strike me always. We're the #1 watch market channel. We're the #1. I needed a sip. I need a sip. Whew. I got anxiety. Dame la pastilla verde o la blanca. Dame acá el Transcend. Ladies and gentlemen, this is unbelievable. The Kino brand. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, I got something else to tell you because you need to know about these things. I'm going to talk to you about another watch. Today I'm on fire. I'm giving you today a serious watch market update. The ones that you guys like. This is an AP. You know, Royal Oak. Stainless steel. Unbelievable. They call this one the Panda. White dial, black gauges. The Panda. By Aramas Piquet. Unbelievable. White dial, you know? Oh man, beautiful black gauges, 41 millimeter. Reference number 26331. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. This watch at one moment in that Corona beer era, it was over $100,000. That's right. You know, poor guys, poor young kids giving away their 401k away, you know, for this watch. And I'm going to tell you today the honest truth. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. Who said that $37,000? Who said that? Renato. Ese Renato es una jodienda. Una jodienda because Renato. Ding, 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 ding. You hit it right in the head. Don't pay for that watch more than $37,000. And Dapping, Kino, aguántame atrás. Renato lo cogió. Aguántame like. Dumping again. Dumping again. Suéltame, Kino. Estoy mareado. Échame echa para adelante. It's crazy what's happening, guys. I'm telling you. Espera, Kino. Échame aire. Renato went crazy. Renato did it. He went nuts. I'm telling you. He's floating face down in a backyard septic tank and smelly. He's dead. He's dead. You do whatever you want. You do. Kino, ayúdame, por favor, porque no me siento bien, como que me falta el aire. Don't pay more than $37,000. And I want you guys to know that Mr. Renato hit it right in the head. You know, don't pay more than that. You know, you guys do whatever you want. Reference number 26331. All right, guys? Ladies and gentlemen, here's the Patek Philippe Calatrava. White dial, 5212, stainless steel. Calatrava weekly calendar. You look for a white dial, you know? But I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you like that Patek Philippe Calatrava, white dial, 5212A, Calatrava weekly calendar. Yes, 263.1 was the AP. This is the Patek Philippe Calatrava white dial 5212A, Calatrava weekly calendar. Don't pay for that watch. You do whatever you want. Wow, somebody's on fire here, man. Mr. Renato, are you saying 27.5 for the Patek Philippe Calatrava? Let's see what he says. Unbelievable. Yes, okay, yes. Well, don't pay for that watch. Unbelievable. Don't pay for that watch more than $28,500. Okay, there it is, Renato. You're on fire today, Renato. Oh, Mr. Dona, you're even more fire. Yep, he's taking notes. He's taking notes, Mr. Blair. He's taking notes. Unbelievable but true. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a Rolex Platinum date, 40 millimeter, blue dial, you know? Unbelievable, this watch, you know? Beautiful blue dial. Platinum, you know? It's a monster, this watch. The date, reference number 228236 with the fluted bezel. The fluted bezel, you know? You know that the chocolate candy, you know, the chocolate candy that comes like a little cup, you know, Reese's Pieces, you know, that kind of, you know what I'm saying, right? Ladies and gentlemen, don't pay for that watch. You do whatever you want. And they're asking out there 80, 81, you know what I'm saying? 78. And I'm going to tell you because I'm like that. There's no more palomos here, papi. That's right. That's not a boy. That's how it's said. There you go, Mr. Donut. Mr. Donut, papi, tú estás bien enseñado. Don't pay for that Rolex date, platinum, fluted bezel, blue dial. You know, beautiful watch. Don't pay more. Unbelievable, Mr. Donut. Don't pay more than $69,000 and there it is for you guys. Another one. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. Ladies and gentlemen, this watch model is going to knock your socks off and blow your hair back. Because I told you that this watch is dropping in prices every single day. Does anybody know what watch I'm talking about? This watch is dropping in prices every day. Saludos, Alex. Saludos. Welcome to the show, papi. This watch is dropping every day. It's a Rolex, it's stainless steel, it's a 40 millimeter, and it's dropping in price every day. This Rolex is dropping in price every day. Nobody got it? Here it goes. Wow. You're not listening well. We're talking about this watch. It's the Rolex stainless steel Land Dweller. I repeat, the Rolex stainless steel Land Dweller, 40 millimeter, white chicken coop dial. White chicken coop dial. You know, it has a white chicken coop, you know? The white chicken coop dial, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable watch. White chicken coop dial. Mr. Wicked, you're on fire, Mr. Wicked. Don't get me scared, Mr. Wicked. Mr. Wicked, don't get me scared. Renato, don't get me scared. You know what I'm saying, guys. You guys are smart. The Land Dweller chicken coop time machine. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. You want the reference number? Yes, you do. It's 127334. And ladies and gentlemen, I told you it's dropping faster than Billy Boy's pants in our Arkansas farmhouse. No, we're Latino. No me hagas aquí, no me des to me. The king of watches, ladies and gentlemen. the king of watches. Don't pay for that watch, Land Dweller 40 millimeter. Don't pay. Here it goes, because all of you got it right. Don't pay more than $27,000 and dumping. Dumping again. Dumping again. Dumping again. I'm telling you what it is. I'm telling you what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm bringing heat. I'm bringing heat for free today, for free. And this is what I get. That's all I get. That's all right. That's all right. You give it away. Give it away. Give it away. Give it away. The red hot chili peppers. You know what I'm saying? Be careful. I might get a thunder lightning in my TV antenna. And the show might blow up. Be careful. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about a Rolex stainless steel GMT Sprite, 40 millimeter. Rolex stainless steel GMT Sprite with an oyster bracelet. Unbelievable. Reference number 126720VTNR. Unbelievable watch. You know, the left hand, you know. And ladies and gentlemen, well, let me first give you this price. No, stainless steel, papi, stainless steel. Stainless steel with an oyster bracelet, you know, with the green and black ceramic bezel and the black dial. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you this because I want to get into something that I got to prepare you guys already for. I got to get you guys prepared. Listen up, because you're going to learn now. Let me give you this price. Don't pay for that watch. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. You can give it up and give it up, give it up, you know, give it away, whatever you want. But this is the price. Don't pay for that Rolex GMT stainless steel, you know? Stainless steel with an oyster. Don't forget the word oyster bracelet, not Jubilee. Oyster. Don't confuse those two things. Don't confuse them. Alex, don't pay more than $14,200 and tapping. Tapping again. Tapping again. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm just letting you know I'm on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell all of you something. We're entering now November and December, January, February, and March. You're going to be entering now, all of you. As soon as Jingle Bell is over, the turkey is over, you're going to enter right away on Collector's Choice, Collector's Unit, Collector's Dream, Collector's Grave. You know, grave, where they put the people. They're going to start telling you now, again, that the Pepsi will be discontinued. They're going to be telling you that the Sprite will be discontinued. And that they're going to bring a Coca-Cola. And they're going to do this to you and do that to you and this to you. I'm going to tell you something. These people use reverse psychology on all of you. It's the opposite. While they're talking about the watch being discontinued, that's when they load it up on you guys. They don't want that watch to get discontinued because the flim-flamming will stop. The fleecing will stop. It's reverse psychology. No sean lambones y palomos. When they tell you it's going to discontinue, they're hoping to Allah. They're hoping to Allah. Like over there, you know what I'm talking about. Over there, you know, over there from Dubai. You know, the Iron Sheik tunic man. He's praying for Allah for another Corona beer. But it ain't going to happen. No Corona beers coming your way. I don't care how much you pray, you know. Iron Sheik tunic man from over there from Dubai. It ain't going to happen, Papi. So these people are going to be telling you now that the watch is going to be discontinued. But they're hoping to God it never gets discontinued so they can continue giving you this deep. Deep, deep, deep. Okay? Did you understand me? Just give me a thumbs up if you understood me. No more PPP loans, no more SBA loans, no more government grants, no more stimulus checks, no more unemployment checks. Esto se jodió, papi. No more SNAP, no more WIC. Esto se jodió. You understand me, Damon. You understand me, Alex. Esto está jodido. And what do I get for all this effort? I get this. to Pain Wigman with his sidekick, the two at the night at the Roxbury Brothers. You know, one is tall, one is short, one is introverted, one talks. You know, unbelievable, these people. It's me and Sweet Kid Kino against all of them. You need to protect us. You need to protect us, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we told you something, ladies and gentlemen, and Kino just showed me a board. He went like that to me and showed it to me. We don't want to hear that you guys are out there paying memberships to be in those channels. We don't want to hear that you pay membership dues like Ralph Crandon and Ed Norton. You know, Ralph Crandon and Ed Norton from the Honeymooners, they had to pay tuition. You know, they have fees they had to pay. And the Raccoon Club. God forgive me, man. God forgive me. One of these days, ladies and gentlemen, I have another watch for you guys. We're going to be talking about Richard Mille. RM 7201, black ceramic, the Raccoon Club. You know, unbelievable, this watch, you know, 7201. Beautiful, man, beautiful. I got to be honest. I'm going to tell you this. There's two watches that I'm going to talk about Richard Mille today that, to me, they're my favorite. And probably this one is number one. Probably this one is number one. Is the Richard Mille 7201, black ceramic with rose gold trimming. You know, unbelievable, this plastic watch. It's unbelievable, but it does look nice. And I've had the privilege of trying it on. It looks good, you know. It really does. It looks good, you know. And this watch, at one moment, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta tell you things the way they are. You know, you people were giving it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away. You know, give it away like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away. $725,000, $750,000. You know, Lambones. You know, they were graduated Lambones. You know, some people graduate from being un Lambón. You graduate with cap and gown of being a Lambón, un Palomo. You know, and they were giving that money away, ladies and gentlemen. You know, they were giving that money away. And this is an unbelievable time machine. And there's people still out there asking for this watch, $400,000, $420,000, $390,000, you know, $379,000 for this watch. It's unbelievable. You know, it's unbelievable. But when I come around and I give the price, that's it. They change their mind and say, listen, that guy, he already blew our cover. He threw us under the bus. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you do whatever you want. And you want it with all the bells and whistles. Sir, you wanted this watch market update. You wanted it. I know that after you hear it, you're going to go running over there, you know, to Deputy Boxing Black Eyes. You're going to go to the two Toddler Body Brothers, the two Jehovah Witness brothers, Big Pun Heavy D, you know. You understand me? The Hungry Hippo, Mr. Magoo. You're going to go there. The 17 brothers from India, you're going to go see them over there. But this is the price. Don't pay for that watch more than $339,000. And that, you do whatever you want. That's one right there. That's one right there for you guys. The next one is another Richard Mille. But this one is fully rose gold. Fully rose gold. I'm going to tell you the retail price of this watch because I feel like doing it right now so you understand where I'm coming from. The retail price of this watch is $349,000. The retail price of this watch, I made a video just dedicated to this watch and to the people that made money, big money on that cryptocurrency. And they bought Lambos, you know, red gold fast cars, green fast cars, you know, orange gold fast cars, apartments, Hermes bags for their wives and girlfriends and lovers and side chicks and all that stuff. And then they needed a watch. They needed a Richard Mille, They needed the Richard Mille RM6501. It has so many buttons that it looks like it's lost in space. Remember Lost in Space? Remember that old man? Didn't, when you were a little kid, when you watched the old man in Lost in Space, didn't he look a little, you know, un poquito sospechoso? He looked a little suspect. You know what I'm saying? I was a little kid, look at him. What's wrong with this man? He would like always cry. You know, and Lost in Space. You know what I'm saying? Believable, ladies and gentlemen. And you're not going to believe this. This watch went all the way up to over $700,000. And one of those cryptos that I made the video bought that watch. And I told you already what the retail price is. And I'm going to tell you the price. You got to stop giving it away, man. You got to stop giving it away. Don't pay for that RM6501 rose gold with more buttons than a Lost in Space capsule. You know, over there in Mars. Unbelievable. Don't pay for that watch. Can you imagine spending that money, Mr. Donut? Mr. Donut, you could have spent that money. You could spend that money when you were getting free government money. When you were getting free government money. When Joey next door was saying that he had 40 employees and he needed that money, that, you know, that PPPP to pay his employees. And that's how you give $700,000. You understand me? That's how you give $700,000 when it's like that. And then when it's all said and done, close it. He doesn't have to pay nothing. Limpio. And I'm going to tell you, don't pay for that RM6501. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. Here it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Say it loud. Don't pay more for that watch than $286,000 in dropping. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. It's your money. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you another Richard Mille. Richard Mille boys, come around, fanboys. I'm here. Come around, fanboys. I'm going to give you your price on your watches. The Richard Mille. Papi, you don't understand how those Richard Mille fanboys get when I give the price. They go crazy. So, ven loca. Ah! They all become Tony Curtis. You remember Tony Curtis? They become crazy. Una loca. Unas cabras enfermas. Se vuelven loca. They go crazy. They go bananas. You know, what is he going to say? What is he going to say? And I say, give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away. That's what I say. Ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe this. We're going to be talking about a Richard Mille. You know, Richard Mille. Does anybody know what the RM035 is? While I drink some water. Does anybody know? Does anybody know what the RM035 is? I need somebody. Google it, man. Google it. Put it there. No, you're pretty close, but it's not the Johan. You're pretty close, but it's not. Until you guys put it up there, I'm not going to tell you who it is. You got to put it up there. Go ahead. Tell me, Renato. There you go, Aquiles. You got it, Aquiles. It's called the Baby Nadal. The Baby Nadal. $500,000 all day long, every day. $500,000 all day, every day in the Corona beer era. Unbelievable. You had to be bananas, man. You had to be bananas. You had to be bananas. You had to be. Solid black. How much, Renato? Because you seem like you know a lot about this watch. How much? I'm going to tell you. How much? Nobody knows? Go ahead. Anybody throw a number up there. I told you $500,000 in the Corona beer era. Okay, Mr. Blair. Right. Somebody else? One more? Don't Google it. If you Google, you cheat. Okay, Mr. Donner. Very good. 270. Okay, somebody put it 145. Renato, listen. You got to stop. Leave Renato there. Leave Renato. I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. It's not 245. It's not 200. It's not 275. Mr. Renato said 145. But you know, we say here what it is. Don't pay for that watch. Don't pay. You do whatever you want. But don't pay for that RM035 Baby Nadal. You know, from 2012, 2013. Don't pay for that watch. Don't get scared, ladies and gentlemen. Don't pay more than 159, $159,000. 159. You heard it here first. And dropping, like Mr. Blair says, dropping. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be my last 3 watches. Okay? My last 3 watches. So enjoy yourselves with these last 3. Papi, they got taken. You know it, Wicked. Listen to me. Listen, they're going nuts right now. Did you hear what he said about the 7201? Did you hear what he said about the 6501? Did you hear what he said about the RM035? They go nuts. Papi, these people, en la mente de ellos, porque es una mente hueca, you know, hollow. Don't ever believe that RM6501 is going to go back to $750,000, because it's not. It's not. Don't ever believe that 7201 black, fully black ceramic rose gold trimming is going to go back to $700,000, because it's not. And don't ever believe that baby Nadal is going to go back to that price in the Corona beer era of 5. Never again. Don't ever believe that. You hear me, fanboy? Richard Mill fanboy? Don't ever believe that. No sean lambones. Ladies and gentlemen, our next watch is the Patek Philippe Nautilus 5980. Rose gold leather strap. Patek Philippe Rose gold 5980. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. And let me tell you something, because somebody just told me something, and it's incredible. You know, let me give you this price quickly. This is the Patek Philippe Nautilus 5980 rose gold leather strap. Don't pay for that watch more than $117,000. And you want it full set. You want it with the shellac Patek Philippe box with all the, you know, all the booklets, everything, you know, everything. I'm going to tell you something so you understand how these young kids are reacting to all this loss they've had. In the last year, they have brought back around the whole world, or I said around the United States, sports betting. You know, baseball, basketball, football, hockey, boxing, whatever it is. And ladies and gentlemen, the one that's the number one in playing, you know, sports betting is on football. I mean, you won't believe what they have there on the board that you can bet, you know, that you can bet. And you have people there, kids, they're 22 years old, 18 years old, going in there. Instead of going into their physics class, you know, they're going over there to the rock. You know, they're going to the rock and sitting there like a junkie. You know what a junkie is? I'm not going to tell you. A junkie, you Google it up. And they're there the whole day betting, you know, eight different, you know, parlay, you know, first strike, first fumble, this, that. And these kids are losing their rear end. They're losing their rear end. I mean, they're están dejando las nalgas pegadas in the rock, sitting there the whole day like junkies, you know, because they're trying to make it back, and this is what they're playing. And you might be thinking, but Juan, what are you trying to transmit to us? Well, listen to me. If you're smart, winning a game Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock and winning a game at 4 o'clock and winning a game at 8 o'clock on a Sunday, winning just a game, is hard, right? It's hard winning one game. Just winning a game, you know? I won Buffalo +3, right? Winning that game, just that. These kids are playing, give me Buffalo +3. Give me Buffalo's quarterback, he's going to throw 3 touchdowns. Give me San Diego, that he's going to go a run back all the way back, you know, for a touchdown. They bet 8 things. They put $1,000. You got to hit all 8 things. 8 things. Papi, listen to me. They stay like this in the rock the whole day, because they're waiting, since all these parlays at a different hour. So you have to stay there the whole day. So you won already, you already won, you did 5 things, 5 things out of the 8, you did 5. You got 5 right now, but now you're waiting for the Sunday night game where you have 3 things you have to make it. 3, pop, you don't make it, you lost 1,000. But that's like thousands of kids that are betting that, because that thing of $1,000, Papi, when you come here, you come to learn, Papi, for free. And I only get this. Imagine winning 1 thing is hard. Now winning 8. But if you hit 8, that's going to pay you, allegedly, okay? Allegedly. It's going to pay you something like, Papi, $150,000. Cryptocurrency amounts. But this is what they get. So imagine the guy's waiting for the Sunday night. Let me give you the play-by-play. Sunday night. He already has 5. And in that game of Sunday night, he hits 2. He hits 2 of them. He has 7. He needs 1 more with the $1,000 bet he put on to make $150,000, $150,000. And suddenly, listen and learn, the coach calls him in. You're on the bench. Gone. Did you understand that? Papi, Paco Gambino showed me everything that I know. And my father. Those 2 gentlemen, they showed me everything. Mira. You imagine the way they caught those people, those basketball players. Those basketball players, the way they caught them, it was the most stupidest thing in the world, because they don't know how to do it the way you're supposed to do it. So the guy calls one of his friends. He calls the Lucchese. The Lucchese family? He calls the Lucchese family. The guy that played for the Heat. He calls the Lucchese family. And he says, they got me today. Listen to this. They got me today that I'm going to hit 10 points. That I'm going to score 10 points. Okay? This is how they got him. So he tells the guy from Lucchese, I'm going to pump in. They say I'm going to pump in 10. But I want you to know that I'm leaving the game with a groin, a growing pain. Something. My Achilles, something. And the kid himself, he pulls himself out of the game. And the people from over there, those people, those big shots, they put two big melons, $200,000. And they hit for the $200,000 because the kid sat out. He didn't get the 10 points. I think he got like 6 points. 6 points. And right there, Casino A calls the Palace. Caesar's Palace calls the win. The win calls the, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The circus. Hey, did you get this bet? Yeah. Everybody betted $200,000. And now, who do they call? The IFB. And that's how they get them. I'm not going to keep on teaching you for free. I'm not. That's enough already. Kino's already told one like that to me. Ya, Kino, ya, yo se lo quería decir. Kino's going like that. No more. Don't give no more. All right, guys. Our next watch is an FP Jorn. Monoposture. Ratrapante. 44 millimeter. Line Sport Chrono. Blue dial, blue ceramic bezel, blue bezel, whatever you want to call it. Ultra light titanium split second chronograph. This thing is a monster, bro. This thing is a monster of a watch. All day long, $500,000. All day long. All day long. All day long. Don't pay for that watch. You do whatever you want. Even if they're telling you $290, $280, $275, don't pay for that watch more than $200. Here it goes. $200. $200, ladies and gentlemen. It's an art, Papa. It is an art. I'm telling you. This is I'm telling you. This is one of the watches out there. If you look at FP Jorn's movements, Papi, es una jodienda, I mean, una jodienda. Pero, you know, that company, the 16, you know, 16 Chapel 19, you know, 16 Chapel 19, they have it under control and they're trying to corner it. But you guys have me. Don't pay for that watch more. I mean, don't pay for that watch more. I don't care what they tell you. Don't pay for that watch more than $247,000 and dropping, okay? You do whatever you want. It's your money. It's what it is. Believe me, the price I'm giving you, you might find it expensive, but look around to see what they're asking for that watch. And ladies and gentlemen, this is our last watch of the evening, okay? This is an Audemars Piguet Code 1159, reference number 15210OR, with a beautiful blue dial, 41 millimeter. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, you know, some of these watches, you know, are making a run. You know, this, you know, the Code 1159, but most of them are, you know, están medio jodido, you know. Don't pay for that watch. Don't pay for that watch more than $19,200. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of you for being here with me today. You know, acompañándome a mí. You know, you guys here with me. You know, I think we had a good show. You know, I think we had a good show here. I think you guys learned something, a little bit of everything you learned. You know, please, I ask you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Gracias a ti, Renato. It was fun, Renato. It was fun. A lot of fun with you, Renato, Mr. Donut, etc., etc., etc. You guys were great. Aquiles, thank you, you too. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Guys, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Be very, very, very careful who you're opening the door to give a couple of chewy and candies, you know? There's crazy people out there. There's disturbed minds out there, right? So be very, very, very careful. You know, all kidding aside, be smart, right, guys? Anyway, guys, take care and brush your hair. Bye-bye, guys. Hey.